Hey guys, WGQ774 here, back from the video, and today, you know by the title, this is not cubing related. I'm going to talk to you about why my occupational therapy teacher, or someone who teaches you how to, better handwriting, because my handwriting is not perfect. It used to be horrible, and they teach you how to get better at it. But I had this one OT teacher last year, and she hated me. And I'm not being over dramatic. I'm being serious. So just listen to the story. And she truly hated me. Okay, so 7th grade, right? Early 7th grade. A couple weeks go by until I hear, because I had been having OT for the past couple years, and all my teachers have been super nice to me, and just, regular teachers that taught me, But this one OT teacher, I came in with my lunch. And I'm a skinny kid, let's be honest, okay? I'm 13 and I weigh 80 pounds, okay? I'm skinny. But I walked in with my lunch, thinking, okay. And I said to her, hello. I sat down, and she just gave me this really weird look. That was the look. Her look was basically while taking a look at my lunch and my appearance, she just scanned my body, and she just gave me this really type of look, the type of look you would give when something just is gross or something doesn't look like you're And I sat down. I didn't think anything of it, and there was this boy named Keon who, she didn't do anything with that to him. And then this boy named Evie came along. And Evie was, in my opinion, a troublemaker. He would yell, he would make weird comments in the middle of class, and he would not get yelled at that much. And I wouldn't say anything, and I would get yelled at. But back to where we were. I sat down and I began eating. Now, I do, because of my ADHD and my autism, I have medication that does slow down the process and doesn't give me much of an appetite. So I can't eat as much, which is why I am so skinny, okay? Honesty is the best policy. But when I was eating and I threw it out early, she looked at me and she said, don't you want to eat that? And I said, no, I'm good. And she said, you sure? And then I said to her, no, really? And then she said, that's perfectly good food. And then I said, no, I know, but I'm not hungry anymore. And then she said, okay, you ate perfectly good food. I mean, you need it with that body of yours. And I'm like, excuse me? And then she said, with that body of yours, all skinny. And I didn't say anything about it, but I thought to myself, are you serious? That's just so, yeah, it's mean. But next Wednesday came. I come in with the lunch. Didn't eat fully because I don't want to, because my body doesn't want me to. And she says to me, you're really skinny and you need to gain some weight. And I think to myself, okay, you're my OT teacher. What the hell do you have to say about my weight, okay? This has nothing to do with my weight. You are not my dietitian. Shut your mouth or get a medical degree. Asshole. And yeah, but I thought to myself. But what happened was, I threw my food out a little bit early, and yeah, she didn't let me use, and at the end of the OT period, we would get to play these games on our Chromebooks. Keon took his out, Evie took his out, I took mine out. She slapped my hand and she said, wait a minute, what are you doing? And I said, playing a game on my Chromebook. Or those computers you get in school with the take so freaking long to load. Yeah, those. Okay. And I said, I'm just trying to play a game. And then she said, no. You're gonna clean up Keon's thing with the noodles, because we had noodles that day. And when I brought it up, Keon accidentally spilled some sauce onto the table, and she made me clean it up. And Keon wasn't all right with it. Keon gave her Keon said to her, "No, I'll do it," and she said, "No, let him do it." And Keon was like, no, I made the mess. And she said, you know, no, you keep playing your game. And then when I went back to play the game after the mess was cleaned up, she said, nope, you can't do typing because your fingers aren't built like that. And I thought to myself, you're mental. And then she gave me this thing for sewing where I have to put the needle through the hole over and over again. And Evie and Keon get to play their Chromebook game on the computer, and I have to practice sewing techniques because it's not required for what I need to do. Well, then how come now I'm in 8th grade typing and I can type fine? And I even took a look at it, okay? And Mom and Dad said that was not on my thing because they know all about it, and they said it's not on your schedule for what you need to learn. Those are not your priorities. And I just said, okay. But I didn't tell them why I asked them that. They just said, why I asked? And I said, I'm just curious. And they said, okay. And the next Wednesday came, and the next Wednesday came, and then another Wednesday came where well, what happened was I was like, she actually started giving me recommendations for my weight. And I think to myself, wait, what the fuck are you doing with this? I mean, what right do you have? And then what happened was eventually, and then I came in because I actually gained 2 pounds over the weekend. And I told her about it, and I was a bit excited, you know. And it was a genuine 2 pounds, but this is what she said to me. Ready for what she said? Oh, you'll poop it out in a few hours. And I think to myself, then don't tell me about my weight. Okay, you should be telling me about that anyway. But if you have to, don't bring me down like that when you expect me to gain some weight. You're gonna shit it out in a couple of hours? Oh yeah, you go eat shit, bitch. I mean, come on, that's so mean. I mean, really. And by the way, I snapped at her eventually. But I'm gonna get to that later in the video. Just hang tight. So that got me angry, and then, OT passed, and then eventually I came in one day, I threw it out early, and then she sat me down at the end of the period and said, I think you're anorexic. And then she kept talking to me, and she gave me tips, and she got the nurse up and everything, and down to the nurse, because she was afraid that I was anorexic. And I'm thinking to myself, this is for my writing. And I wasn't, like, and then at one point when it was time for writing, and I said, no, and she said no computer games today, which they didn't play on computers because there was not enough time. I had to do something, it was so stupid. I had to clean the room. I was made to clean the room. Mom and Dad don't know that, but I was made to clean the room. I had to, wipe the entire room until it was spotless. But you know what I mean, like, not spotless, but still, and I didn't tell Mom and Dad about this, but Dad watches my videos, so he will hear about this. He will hear about this. But, and it was just like, and then the teachers blamed me for starting up something that, why are you even saying you're anorexic? And then Mom and Dad yelled at me because the nurse called them, claiming that your son was claiming that he's anorexic. And then I got a timeout. And I was, in my room, this room here, crying my eyes out. And I just wanted to strangle that bitch teacher at the time. I wanted to strangle the shit out of her. And eventually, I just that day I said to her, can you come in for a minute? I said to her, can you come in for a minute? And by her, I mean Mom. Sorry about that, it wasn't specific. And Dad. And they came in, and I told them what had really been going on. And they were outraged. And they called the department of, they called the, special education, not special education department, but the department with extra stuff for kids, like extra appliances. And they went OT, and guess what the guy said, the director? well, he couldn't have OT. And then my parents said to him, my kid is going to OT to learn to write, not to get fucking discriminated by this bitch lady. And then guess what it turns out? On her record, she has problems like this before. Like, in the sense that, like, you know, other kids have complained about her before. And they even told mom and dad that other kids have been complained about her before. Other kids have complained about her before, but yeah, okay, I've said that enough. And, you know, and then I thought, well, no shit, Sherlock, in my head. Not to them, but just in general of the situation. And, yeah, but, you know, so they got outraged. And what happened was they went to talk to her. And you know what it did? Nothing. It did nothing. Nothing. Until one day, I was going to Doti, I threw my lunch out early, and this is the day I snapped, so get ready. Okay? Keon accidentally spilled his stuff. He was about to clean it, and she said, nope, you do it. And then I stood up, and ready for my exact words? I said, okay, to begin with, you are old, gray, and raggy yourself, which at the time she was. And what right have you for me to do this? I mean, he made the mess, and now, and in general, he's offering to clean it up. So why are you making fun of my weight? Also, on top of that, you have weight issues of your own, which she did, which is why she made fun of me. And it turns out she was anorexic in the end. I saw that on her profile thing. And then on top of that, you know, I just had this rant and rave about it. Like, you know, well, yeah, why are you making me clean up just because of my weight? And she didn't know what to say because she had nothing to say. And on top of that, when I left the room and she got angry at me and still made me clean it up and claimed that I was causing problems when I wasn't, I just left the room. Now, this is the exact thing I did to her. I was in the hallway and I did this. Fuck you. And if you're questioning if I actually did that, I actually did that exact thing. I stuck up my 2 middle fingers at her and I screamed out loud, fuck you, okay? And that's when she sent me down to the principal's office. And I told mom and dad the story of what happened. And they got her fired. Although I do see her in the hallway occasionally, and I call her really mean things. She gives me dirty looks in the hallway, so I call her really mean things like, oh, you sucked anyway, or, you know, you're an asshole, or suck it, or, you know, you deserve to be fired. That time. But, yeah, so, although Mom and Dad, if you do watch this video, I want you to stay in. I'm going to tell you some of the things that she made me do. Clean the entire room until she made it spotless. Made me clean up other kids' messes. Made me practice sewing. Lied to me. Made fun of my weight. Called me anorexic. She even called me mentally dysfunctionally weird, and she even called me stupid once. Told me to shut up, that I was worthless. And that I smelled like a weirdo. And that any weight I gain, I'm going to poop out eventually, because I'm never going to gain any weight. Those are the exact words she said to me. Except I never had the guts to tell you, Mom and Dad, if you ever watch this video. And Dad, I know you watch my videos, so you will see this video. Bye. And if you ever have a teacher that's being mean to you, tell your parents. But if they don't stop, take matters into your own hands, okay? But that's the last resource I want you to do, okay? I put up with her shit for many weeks. Many weeks. You know how I told Mom and Dad first, and that was after many weeks, okay? You have to wait till, like, the last moment to take matters into your own hands. But first, tell somebody. Tell a teacher, a parent, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. Bye.